Are you ready for some chaos? Because I've got some, but it's a little bit cold, a little bit wet, and a bit sticky. You might need to grab a tarp because a watermelon is about to meet the Fruit Slayer 9000.
1, 2.
So you watched DEI get gutted and your civil rights protections were ripped away. And unless you're a young, handsome, straight white male with an Ivy League education and a trust fund, you're not welcome in today's workforce. So it looks like it's back to the kitchen for Rosie the Riveter because diversity, equality, and inclusion are not part of Trump's America. But in Trump you trust,
We're going to start with the watermelon.
then suddenly the richest man in the world was calling the shots, backed by a bunch of over-caffeinated tech bros with no experience, no plan, and a fetish for gutting the government. They're calling it government efficiency, but if you're a vet who spent years serving your country, you're now going to spend just as long waiting for health care in a VA lobby. But in Trump, you trust.
Then we're going to go to the pineapple, which isn't as good.
Then came the ICE raids. I guess the worst of the worst means anyone who isn't white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, because they're detaining anyone and everyone, even if they legally immigrated the right way, because showing up to a status adjustment interview is the easiest way to arrest someone who does not fit the mold. Families are being ripped apart and shattered. The food supply chain is in turmoil, and citizens are being detained. But in Trump, you trust.
Yeah. You see this bullshit? You don't want that.
Okay, what's
this?
this?
One's not going to work too good either. It's some kind of yellow thing with...
Then Trump's tariffs triggered a stock market crash just long enough for vulnerable investors to panic and divest. But don't worry, GOP insiders bought the dip, and then tariffs vanished and stocks soared. But if you cashed out, your retirement fund was left bleeding while Marjorie Taylor Greene made a killing. But in Trump, you trust.
So you see, it's really the more watery thing works better. Watermelon?
Then your groceries and gas got more expensive. Your rent went up. And if you closed on your new home, the market corrected before the ink was dry on your escrow papers. You know, if the housing market is the canary in the coal mine, you might want to listen up, because that's not whistling, that's wheezing. But in Trump, you trust.
And cottage cheese. But
No, I don't want the cottage cheese.
We're going to take the top
No, I don't
off
want the
of it.
cottage
No, we
cheese.
actually don't need
No.
Then there was Trump's birthday party that nearly cost 45 million taxpayer dollars, disguised as the U.S. Army's 250th grand celebration. I mean, it was supposed to honor our active duty and veteran Army personnel. But instead of displaying American might with a nostalgic nod to an Americana ticker tape parade with confetti and cheering crowds, we got squeaky tank wheels, crooked ranks, and a soggy birthday cake for an aspiring authoritarian. But in Trump, you trust.
Now, people think this is going to go good.
Yeah, what is this?
It won't. See?
Then came the One Big Bloodsucking Bill, Trump's gift to America on the 4th of July. I mean, they call it a beautiful budget, but while the economy grinds to a crawl, it blows a $2 to $3 trillion hole in the deficit while devastating SNAP, Medicare, and clean energy. Hospitals have already announced that this bill will close their doors, and I believe United Healthcare is going to get a raise. Then not even a week later, they opened Alligator Alcatraz. And no, that's not a name dubbed by the media. That's the official Department of Homeland Security title for the makeshift detention center. And although audio has leaked from detainees within the prison about inhumane conditions in mosquito-infested tents, nobody has bat an eyelash, because in Trump, you trust. At least until the DOJ says there are no more Epstein Files to release. And no, Biden doesn't have them in his sock drawer. Look, I don't blame you for being mad about feeling lied to. And while the Epstein Files feel like the splat, the freefall started months ago. You just didn't notice you had been pushed out the window.